today I have a reading for you about your twin flame or your soulmate. What are they up to? What do they want you to know? Any messages that they would like to relate to you this year? Where is your union at? We have 2 stacks that you can choose from, and I'll go ahead and show you that now. You can choose number 1 with the Celestite, or number 2 with the Golden Healer. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All of the decks that I used in this reading is going to be below if you're interested. Just go ahead and click that link that I provide down below. Yeah, let's get started. I hope you enjoy this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And as always, subscribe to my channel and comment what you think about this reading, or if you have any suggestions. Okay, so if you pick this beautiful Celestite stone, for your Lenormand cards, we get the Scythe and the Gentleman. Interesting. The Scythe is about cutting something. It could even be about an operation, or it could just be cutting something off. It could be that some of you ladies out there cut off a gentleman in your life, or a guy here feels cut somehow, injured, hurt. Yeah, there's a sense of sharpness. You know, sharpness can typically be associated with pain. So someone could be experiencing pain regarding a gentleman, or the gentleman could be experiencing cutting pain. For your tarot cards, you get the King of Swords and the Devil. So you could be dealing with an air sign or a Capricorn. Air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. I'm also getting a sense of pride here. Lots of pride hindering the connection. Pride in the way of union. Okay, so we get abundance and spiritual career. I think like these are the only 2 cards in this deck. It's interesting that they showed up here. So despite what is going on, despite this Devil card and despite the Scythe, fundamentally there seems to be a very spiritual connection there that's just still there. It hasn't gone away. For your Wisdom of the Oracle, we have building blocks and peace. Interesting, because 28 here and 28 with the building blocks. So maybe that the gentleman in this relationship, or both even, could be in the process of building themselves, building their foundations. Peace. I feel like there's a sense of wanting to reconcile as well. Interesting. I just noticed also the spiritual career here is a 15. 7 and 8 is a 15, and this is 15 in the Devil card. Alright, for your, I think, what is this deck? The Art of Love Tarot. You get the Queen of Hearts, Sixth Sense, with a Sun, Vitality. What I'm getting with the Sixth Sense card is some of you guys, some of us, have been sensing some messages. Not necessarily physical message that we can see or touch, but messages that we feel, that feel very different. So we might feel someone reaching out to us. In the 5D, we might feel someone wanting to send us telepathic messages, wanting us to feel their energy. And by someone, I'm talking about our twin flame or our soulmates. There seems to be like a sense of intuitively sensing someone calling out for you. Yeah, because I'm sensing that some of you guys really cut off your twin flame. Like, you cut them off completely. You didn't want anything to do with them anymore. you just wanted to move on with your life. Your twin flame was feeling that on some type of level. And that kind of shifted the energy a little bit. Kind of made them feel the separation a little bit more as well. But there seems to be some changes in the energy if you have been going through a tumultuous time, or if there has been a lot of issues in the relationship. It's like you've reached a point where you both have a mutual respect for each other and a deeper understanding of the connection and the potential of the relationship, with the building blocks in peace here. But also the Sun, there's like a realization of the potential and the importance of the relationship. I think on both sides, specifically this gentleman here. Who was the one that cut the other off energetically? Because I feel like somebody did it and someone is feeling that. With spiritual career here, it's interesting because it shows that for those who pick stack 1, a lot of you guys' path is spiritually inclined, for the lack of a better term. Meaning that your paths as twin flames has to do with spirituality. So your mission has to do with spirituality. It could definitely be bringing abundance to others, living a life of abundance and leading by example. Because the devil sort of like is the opposite of that. The devil is where the addictions, the illusions, the greed and all of that lie. But the spiritual career and the abundance sort of balance that out, or take the darkness away from it, if you know what I mean. But I'm getting more of like, this is where you were, this is the past. And for a lot of you, it's where you are now. And the rest of the cards that are here is sort of showing you where you could be or where you're going. You know, the King of Swords is a very dry character. He's blunt. He's straight to the point. He knows what he wants. He knows what has to be done, and he's going to make sacrifices. But I feel like that kind of got in between you guys. Maybe your twin flame was the King of Swords in your relationship, where you really felt cold in his presence or her presence. And it really just tied you up, tied the connection up. Maybe this person had good intentions, whoever the King of Swords was in the relationship. Maybe they had good intentions. However, it was coming from a more selfish, defensive, and protective way. But now I feel like there's a realization of how cutting maybe some of the things that were said was, or some of the actions, some of the behaviors. There's a realization that it was not a good thing for the relationship and for the growth of the relationship. There's almost like regret is what I'm getting, because you can see he's kind of facing the other direction, looking outwards, kind of thinking about what this is or how this affected the relationship. For those who picked stack 1, there's like an understanding now. That's the difference. Your twin flame understands the importance of the relationship. Your twin flame understands, or your soulmate rather, understands how important you are to them. And they sort of feel like, damn, I've been blind this whole time. Like, what have I done? And like, I almost feel like they want to reach out to you with the Sun and the Sixth Sense here. They want to reach out to you, and so they're trying to communicate with you telepathically. And you can feel that. Like, if you ever had a random thought today or the past couple of days, or you just felt their energy randomly, it's them trying to telepathically communicate with you. So that's very interesting. But yeah, like, I feel like that for those Big Stack 1, there's been like a shift of energy. Something that you can feel and you can sense on a deeper level. So if that's resonating with you, then that's your message today. You know, your twin flame misses you. Your twin flame wants to reach out to you. There seems to be these two cards and this one sort of still in the mix of things, but it's like almost on the way out. There's just now a conscious realization of the things in the past that did not work for the relationship. And so, you know, if you have the chance to get back together, if that's what's to happen, I feel like you would be better prepared to not make the same mistakes with this stack. So yeah, that is your reading for those who picked stack 1. I hope that kind of gave you a clue as to what's going on with your twin flame. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. If you have any suggestions for future videos, I'd love to hear those as well. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you picked the Golden Healer, or stack number 2, your twin flame / soulmate reading begins now. For your Lenormand cards, we've got the Tower and the Mice. An interesting combination. I don't think I ever got that one before. Could have something to do with work, institutions, school, government, jobs, colleges. It could also have to do with your guard. You know, the Tower kind of looks like a fortress in this picture. It could also have something to do with appearances or status. And the Mice is all about eating away at something, lessening the effects of something. So the Tower is lessened by the Mice, but we'll see what that means in a second. For your tarot cards, you've got the Fool and the Two of Swords. So someone here is like, I think people who pick stack 2, either your twin flame or soulmate or you, are not sure if this is the path. Like, if you actually want to hang on to this person, if you want to believe in your connection. Either they feel that way or you feel that way. You've got Moderation for your numerology cards and Self-Discipline. Chaos and Conflict. This is a number 33. Interesting. I'm already getting a few messages. And then Between Worlds 3. So there seems to be like a lot of this energy of not knowing what to do. See how that's like a 2 swords thing? This is a half. And here that's like a zebra but with a giraffe skin. So it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to be. I'm nowhere right now. I'm somewhere but nowhere at the same time. So for your Art of Love cards, get the 3 of Trees, Dedication. 3 of Trees is the 3 of Pentacles in the Tarot. So that's the Foundation card. And then Justice 11, the Divine Order, Equilibrium. Again, there's a sense of equilibrium here. 11, 2, and then the 2 of Swords. Interesting. And then you also have the 3 from this card, and then the 3 from the 3 of Trees. So lots of correlations with the numbers. You get the 33 here, but also 5 with the 14, and 5 with the 41, and 5 with the Mice. So some of you guys as twin flames or soulmates are in school right now, or at a job, somewhere where they have a lot of attractive people around them. And so some of them are like, I don't know, like, I still feel like something's missing. I feel like something's missing. I feel like there's someone out there, which is you. This is what your twin flame is feeling. They haven't met you yet. They feel like there's someone out there, but they're very attractive to these people around them, like sexually attracted to them. But it's like, it's not fulfilling them in the way that they want to be fulfilled. If you've met your twin flame or your soulmate that you're watching this video for, it's like they want to enjoy themselves, but there's a part of them that's really hanging on to this connection that you have because they feel like it's very significant. Even if they don't consciously realize it, it's like they know intuitively that there's something here between you two. And with the mice in the tower here, it's like, yeah, this is a good place to be, but I kind of want to be there where my heart is, which is with you. So there's like a sense of like, oh, I don't know what to do with myself. You know, in one way, I can have a blast. Like if your twin is at school or it's some sort of job or something where they're surrounded by people and attracted people, it's like, I don't know what to do because I'm attracted to this person, but there's something inside of me that's preventing me from fully enjoying this person, and that's you. You know, I'm feeling like for those who sex you, you're in separation, or a lot of you guys are in separation. But I feel like stack 1 is closer to union than you are, if I'm to be completely honest. Because I'm still sensing a lot of confusion. And so when that's showing up in a reading, it means that the twins are not ready to come together. Because, you know, you're in between worlds. You're in chaos and conflict. You have to come to equilibrium. And that shows up here because it's coming. Equilibrium is coming, and then you come to a place of union. But with stack 1, they're already at equilibrium. So the next step is union. Your next step is equilibrium, and that's coming. With the moderation and self-discipline, I feel like a lot of you guys have been binge watching pick a card readings, and it's messing with your energy because you're taking on different readers' energies, especially when you're binge watching just to do it. So if you're doing anything like this regarding your twin flame or your soulmate, where you're overly obsessing about union or you're overly obsessing about them, this is very important for you to reach equilibrium. Because equilibrium is when you guys are both equals. Sometimes what happens is when we put someone else up above us, we're not in equilibrium. So what needs to happen is we need to be here equally. Some of you guys are down here and your twin flame is up here because you're putting them on this pedestal by overly obsessing about union or about them and what they're doing. So the key there is moderation and self-discipline. You need to be able to say, you know what, I need to stop focusing on them and putting them on such a pedestal and focus on me and focus on getting to this place of equality with my twin flame so that we can be at peace. If you're interested in watching stack 1, I think you might understand a little bit what equilibrium is. Because in stack 1, you know, peace shows up, abundance, spiritual career shows up. Whereas here, we're getting chaos, conflict, between worlds. There's like a huge amount of uncertainty with those who pick stack 2 in terms of like the energies of the twins or the soulmates. And when that's the case, there's much more work to be done. Stack 1, I think they've already did the work. Both twins did the work, and both twins and both soulmates have come to a realization. But here it's like you're working on it. So all hope is not lost, especially with the justice here. You know, justice is all about bringing balance to something. And that's what's happening. You're balancing yourself. Right now it's like this, but you know, it'll slowly come up to this. So that's what's happening with you guys. All hope is not lost, though. I think the message is it's really important to not put the other person in the pedestal, and I know that from my experience. Just kind of focus on ourselves a little bit. By doing that, we're able to bring an end to the imbalance. Because instead of putting them on a pedestal, we're working on ourselves. So that the energy from them is sort of transferred to us. The energy that we're giving to them is transferred to us, and so the equilibrium is met. So yeah, that's the message for some of you guys. I'm also getting that with the tower and the mice. This is like the facade. This is the guard. This is the wall, and it's being eaten away at. So no, you have not met equilibrium, but you're getting there. The scales are tipping to equilibrium. So that's your reading. I hope that that was helpful to you, and I hope that that resonated. If it did, let me know. If it didn't, maybe this reading is not meant for you, or the way that I read that is not for you. Because you can read these cards for your own specific situation and in a different manner. You know, maybe it's not your twin that's feeling this full energy. Maybe it's you. Maybe you're the one that's unsure. Maybe you're the one that wants to have fun. So if you watched my recent pick a card reading, my newest one for your 2019 message, if you pick the lion stack, then I feel like this is you. You're the one that wants to kind of do something different or venture out. You're the one that kind of wants to live on the wild side a little bit. You're the one that's sort of unsure of like what to do or how to go about things, or like whether this is right for you, you know? But yeah, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful to you. If you did like it, let me know in the comments. If it resonated with you, let me know in the comments as well. And as always, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!